Hi guys, I know the quality of this video is going to be terrible. I can't get my flash on. I don't know what's going on. But I did give Jamie a little bit of a paint job yesterday. And what I did was I couldn't get everything out of his head I needed to get out. So I went ahead and used a hot, what do you call it? A heat gun instead of the oven. And I love the oven so much better. But, so basically I'm going to be taking all of this off and doing it over again when I can actually do him right. But this was just kind of to get him look like a baby instead of a stripped baby. So, and I experimented with mottling. Usually my mottling and techniques are very mild. It's not harsh. It's not that like brand new out of the mommy baby look. But I did that with him because I knew I was going to take this off and start over again later. So he does have extreme mottling, which I normally do not do. I just gave him the mottling works. His little tongue and his lips turned out too red for me. They need to be more pink, and I'm not sure why I did that. So I'm not happy with that. They look too dark. Yeah, they're too dark. And plus the lips should be lighter than the tongue, and I just messed up because I was just playing with a heat gun. So when you use a heat gun, it's not going to turn out like the oven, you guys. You're not going to get the same results. But I just, like I said, I just wanted to give him a face, a poor little guy. So I gave him extreme mottling. In person, it's pink. I blushed his nose a little bit because I like babies with a blushed nose. So basically that's what I did, and there's only so much I can do. Whoever reborned him, they painted undertones on the inside of his head, and they went a little bit crazy with the purple. So what's the hard part is I have to figure out how to remove that, is like between his eyes, there's too much purple and blue. You can see it stick out really bad, and then there's a bunch of blue and purple here that I couldn't, fix. But he still looks cute, and he looks like a baby now. So I gave him a little pink around his eyes. And yeah, and right now, just for now, I want to change his lips. I want to get them pink. And I think what I did is I mixed it wrong. Normally I mix like a red and this like a fleshy type color of white and make this little pink mix. And the red I used was actually a blush color that was a peach color. So that's why I'm not happy with it. His upper lip is good, but the bottom should be lighter than the tongue. But I just did it for now, for fun, so the poor little guy has a face, like I said. So there he is, kind of painted. Probably looking weird in this light because I don't have a flash. And yeah, I did a bunch of mottling. He just doesn't look good. He does not look good in this light, period. And he did turn out pretty cute. But like I said, I'm not going to go with that harsh mottling again. I don't like it. It looks good on babies that are supposed to be right out of the mommy. You know, like the belly plates that have umbilical cords and things. I just don't like it on him. So, but yeah, my plan is to take it all off and do him over again where I can bake him in the oven. But just for now, he has a baby face now. He's a baby. He's not just a kit, an unpainted kit. So, there he is, looking pretty cute, except he's more blotchy than I would normally like. But I don't know, some people love that. So, there he is. I didn't really give him eyebrows or anything. I just kind of, did the whatever I had to do to make him look like a baby. And I noticed his eyes, they were real dull, and somebody had gooped them up with some kind of I don't know, a coating, a clear coating, and it got dull. So, and that came off, so now his eyes are shiny, but I'm still going to give him the new eyes. And poor little guy, I'm out of cable ties, so here we have just his head. That's just his head, poor little guy. Okay, let's put him back on. Here, we'll pretend like you're attached. Wait, wait, there you go. Well, kind of. So there he is, looking a little bit more like a baby. And that's what I did yesterday. Little Niles. I need to put more matte on Niles. He's getting a little bit shiny. But what I found out you can do is if you use a heat gun, you can still put the matte on. When I make a baby like Niles, I will, like the matte, you have to really bake it to get it to stay. And usually I bake it 3 times. I let the head cool, bake it again, let the head cool, bake it again, and it makes that matte stick. And when you use a heat gun, you can't really do that. So I was experimenting, and I would put the matte just the way it is out of the jar on a cosmetic sponge, and then I would soak the sponge basically with thinner, and the thin matte worked. I could use it with the heat gun, and it actually worked. So when you feel his little face, you can feel that there's mat on there, and I was surprised that works. So yeah, and you know what? I didn't even use an actual heat gun. Let me see if I can find it. Wait. Oh, it's way over here, darn it. Okay, look at Jamie while I try to get to it. I am going to fall over Vivian so bad. Wait a minute. I could have been more prepared. I did not use a heat gun. I used an embossing gun. It does the exact same thing. So, it probably took longer because it's an embossing gun, but it gets just as hot as a heat gun does. And so I used that. It took forever. And one thing, if you ever want to redo your baby's face and you don't want to put them in the oven, you can do it like I did with the heat gun. But when you put a heat gun, or like what I used, you can't get it real close to the vinyl, because if you do, it's going to hurt the vinyl and make it really, really shiny. So you have to be really careful with that. If you're using a heat gun, you've got to be, I would say, a good 4 inches away from the baby and constantly moving it like that. And then if you put the mat on with a bunch of thinner, it worked. It wasn't chalky, it wasn't sticky, and it wouldn't bake. Just spread the mat on your cosmetic wedge, just a real tiny even coating. Then put a bunch of thinner on it with a brush, and then pounce away, and it worked, you guys. I couldn't believe it. So now I can touch up Niles with his matte finish that way. But yeah, so there he is, and like I said, he is not like this amazingly painted baby head. I had to work with problems of the undertones inside of his head with the purple and the blue. And plus I experimented with being really blotchy, and I don't like it. So, but still, he's cute now. He has a baby face. He's not just like, look at me, I'm out of the factory. So, there he is. His little tongue. That's way too dark. This needs to be pink. How did I do that? The top lip's fine. It's this one right here. Don't look at my nails. They're all painted and stained. So I just wanted to show you that. The boy's hanging out, and he has a face now, and I will do him properly as soon as I can. So, say hi. I'm blotchy. I don't like the blotchy. Do you guys like the blotchy look? Do you like the extreme mottling? Because I really don't. But you guys might. And plus, when you use a heat gun, it just doesn't turn out the same whatsoever. It is not as good. It would be good for a patch-up job. Like, say you want to redo the eyebrows and you carefully take them off with acetone, and then you paint them back on. That would be good for that. But, so, yeah. I guess this is almost a tutorial at the same time. Ooh, I'm almost at 8 minutes. Okay, I just wanted to show you guys that I worked on him a little bit, and he's looking like an actual baby. And I need to find a way to put his head on because I don't have any cable ties. So, that's about it, you guys. I'm going to show you my quick fix for him. And then, later on, he will have the perfect fix in the oven. So, and then, let's see. Little Vivian's down here. There she is, little sweetheart. You're next, girl. You're next, but you're going in the oven. That sounds horrible, doesn't it? And, oh, I noticed before I go, I've got people, there's 2 of them, disliking every video I have. And it's just, you know, it's done to be mean, and I think I know who's doing it. One of them I'm almost sure is a child, and I think one is someone who is really upset with me that I don't ship out of the country for this contest. My dog's trying to get in. So, you know what, it's just mean. It shouldn't bother me, but it's kind of mean. I might disable the ratings because I get sick of looking at it. They're clicking on my videos and doing it, so whatever. Anyway, okay, you guys, you have a beautiful, beautiful day, and I wanted to show you Jamie's experiment with a heat gun. So, and then we will redo this little boy soon. So, okay, guys, we love you very much. Stay very cute. Bye.